Hey everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be a strong class that's focusing around the core. So lots of plank work, lots of back strengthening work, and a lot of leg strengthening work. A couple of inversions thrown in as well. If you like these classes, please remember to like and subscribe. And if you have any class requests or if you want to know any more about personalized programs, please head over to my Instagram or my website, which is all in the show notes below. We're going to start today in an extended child's pose at the back of the mat. Starting in your child's pose with your arms extended, elbows lifted. Take a nice deep inhale, feel the rib cage expand. And then as you exhale, melt the chest, melt the forehead, melt the chin towards the floor. And take another deep inhale through the nose, feel the rib cage expand. And then as you exhale through the nose, sink the hips a little bit deeper. Take 3 or 4 more breaths here, feeling the belly expand, breathing length into the spine, breathing deep into the sides of the rib cage, creating space. Maybe taking a moment to set an intention. On your next inhale, ground through your palms, come up onto all fours, bring the knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, drop the belly, reach the sternum forward, cow belly. And then as you exhale, tuck the tail around the spine, push the upper back away from the floor, cat pose. We'll take a few more rounds here, moving through any stiff spots that you feel in your spine. Feeling free to add any rotational movements or any other movements you feel like your body needs here. And taking this time to connect movement to breath and really create space in your body, space in your spine. And take one more in each direction to even yourself out. And then come to a neutral spine as you inhale, reach the right arm forward. And then as you exhale, lift the left leg up to the height of the hip. Make sure that the hips are even, all 5 toes of the left foot point down, and create length between the right hand and the left foot. Take one more inhale to lengthen, and then keeping the midline exhale, round out, knee comes towards the elbow. Inhale to lengthen, exhale round, inhale, exhale. 2 more, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale it out long. This time as you exhale, sweep the left leg to the left, right hand to the right. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, sweep it off to the side. Try and keep the foot the height of the hip, the hand the height of the shoulder. Inhale long. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, relax the jaw. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale it long. Exhale, set the right hand down and start to shift over into a modified side plank. The left foot can be down on the floor, or you can bring the left foot to hover at the height of the hip. Left hand can reach up towards the sky, or you can reach the left arm up and overhead, creating length through the side body. Wherever you are, take an inhale to lengthen, reach the left arm overhead, and then as you exhale, round out, bringing the knee towards the elbow in front of you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to round. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. exhale. Take one more inhale to lengthen. And then as you exhale, come back to all fours. Inhale, sweep the left arm forward. And then exhale, reach the right leg back at the height of the hip. Keep the hips even, really hugging the left glute underneath you. And as you inhale, stretch the left arm away from the right foot. Take one more inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, round the spine, bringing the elbow and the knee towards each other. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, sweep the arm and the leg out to the side, keeping them at the height of the hip and the shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to the side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Two more. Exhale, warming up the back body and the front body. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale it long, and then as you exhale, set the left hand down, make your way into your version of side plank, right foot up or down, and you can reach the right hand up to the ceiling or up and overhead. Wherever you are, create length through the whole spine. Take an inhale, reach the right hand overhead if it's not already, and as you exhale, round out knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen, expand. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, make your way to all fours. Plant the hands directly underneath the shoulders, and as you inhale, step the left leg back, strongly press back through the heel. Exhale here, and then in your next inhale, step the right leg back to meet the left. Strongly press the heels back in your plank pose as you reach the sternum forward. Fire up through the legs to engage the lower belly. And almost imagine that you've got a block between your upper inner thighs, and your upper inner thighs gently roll up and towards each other. And we're going to take 4 more breaths here. You can drop to the knees if you need to. Keep the neck relaxed wherever you are. Make sure you're not locking out through the elbows. Take 2 more breaths. And then start to lift up onto the toes, pike the hips up and back, make your way into downward facing dog. And generously bend your knees into in your first downward facing dog. Press strongly through both hands to engage the arms. Send the chest back towards the thighs as you send the tail up towards the sky. And keeping all this length, make sure you're not just sinking into the shoulders. You're strongly supporting through your shoulder joints by engaging your arms. Keep all this length in through the torso. Maybe start to straighten through the knees if you can keep the length. Heels descend to the floor, but they never have to touch. And then looking forward, come up onto the toes, ripple the spine forward. Inhale into plank pose. And then as you exhale, lead with the hips, engage the lower belly. Send it back to downward dog. And take about 5 rounds of that at your own pace, rippling through the spine, seeing if you can create a wave-like motion that feels good in your body. Take a couple more rounds here, working the shoulders, the hips, the core. ankles. And wherever you are, make your way forward into plank pose. And this time, as you inhale, reach the right arm forward. Maybe take the feet a little bit wider than hips distance. Try and keep the hips even, so your right pelvis is probably going to want to drop down. Maybe take your hands back if it helps, and take your hands to the front of your pelvis, feel that it's even, and then reach the right arm forward. Take one more inhale. Exhale, set the right hand down. Inhale, reach the left hand forward. Same thing, try and keep even weight through both feet. Keep the pelvis even. Keep the lower belly lifting to avoid bird bathing in the lower back. And then exhale, set the left foot down and send the hips up and back to downward dog. Maybe a wider legged downward dog. Take an inhale and an exhale here. And then on your next inhale, come forward into plank pose. Taking the feet a little bit wider will make this easier. Inhale, float the right arm forward. If this is too much, keep your fingertips tented on the floor in front of you or drop to the knees. Inhale here, and then as you exhale, start to come up onto the toes of the left foot, maybe lifting the left foot, so you're in a one-armed, one-legged plank, trying to keep the pelvis and the shoulders even. 2 more breaths. And then bring it back to plank. Take an inhale. Exhale. Take a downward dog in between if you need to. Otherwise, inhale, either reaching the left hand forward or coming up onto the fingertips. And as you exhale, maybe floating the right leg up. Always knowing that dropping to your knees or taking the hands down is an option. Relax the face. Exhale, take everything back, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And if your feet weren't wide, take them wide to the edges of the mat. Step them in about a footprint. And then walk the left hand to the middle of the mat. Take the right hand, reach it back for the left ankle, shin, calf, wherever you can grab. And start to twist the spine towards the left, keeping an even weight between both feet. And then inhale, send the right hand towards the center of the mat. And then as you exhale, reach the left hand back for the right ankle, calf, shin, wherever you can grab. Spinning the torso underneath that right shoulder, keeping the weight even in the feet. Feeling the sweat drip into your eyeball. And then inhale, make your way back into a regular downward dog, feet hips distance apart, hands shoulder distance apart. Inhale yourself forward to plank. And then bring the feet together and start to roll onto the outside of the right foot, keeping both hands on the floor. So your feet can be stacked here. If that's too much for you, stagger the feet or drop the bottom knee. For the moment, we're going to keep both hands on the floor and try and ground down evenly through both hands as you reach the sternum forward, lifting up through the side waist, feeling the right obliques engage. Take 2 more breaths here in this semi-side plank variation. And then inhale yourself through center. Exhale, you're just going to swivel onto the outside edge of your left foot. Again, option to stagger, stack, or drop the bottom knee. Reaching the sternum forward, strongly extending through the feet as if you're standing on a wall behind you. Two more breaths. And then take an inhale into plank pose. exhale, everybody drop the knees. Shift forward, lower halfway down, modified chaturanga. The shoulders are at the level or above the level of the elbows. Lower belly draws in, collarbones are broad. Take one more inhale, and then exhale all the way down to the belly. Hands are underneath the shoulders or just behind, elbows are hugging in. Inhale, press through the feet, peel the upper chest off, cobra. Exhale, lower it down. Lengthen the tailbone away from the head. Inhale, peel up, cobra. Relaxing through the glutes, engaging through the upper back. Exhale, roll it down. Take 3 more at your own pace. And keep the shoulder blades gliding down the back, relaxing through the upper traps. And then take one more, coming up into your baby cobra. Hold. On your next inhale, see if you can draw the lower belly slightly away from the floor and press the pubic bone down a little more. See if you can press the feet so much that maybe the knees start to lift. And start to draw the shoulder blades down. See if that can bring you up a little bit higher. Stay here for 2 more breaths, or maybe float the hands off without bringing the shoulders into the ears. Neck is long. And then as you exhale, slowly roll it all the way down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders as if you're setting up for plank. Hug the elbows in. Tuck the toes, knees up or down. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, straighten the arms. Bring it back up into plank. Take an inhale here to lengthen. And then as you exhale, make your way to downward dog. Inhale, shift it forward into plank. Bring the feet together, and then this time as you exhale, roll onto the outside edge of the right foot or modify, and bring the left hand up towards the sky. Make sure your right hand is directly underneath the shoulder. You can come up onto your fist if you need to. Otherwise, gently grip the finger pads into the mat to send strength through the wrist so you're not just dumping into the shoulder, elbow, wrist complex. Take 3 more breaths here. Gently draw the top hip forward. Extend length through the spine. And then as you exhale, take it back through plank. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, make your way to the left side, taking any modifications you need on this side. Most importantly, making sure the left wrist is underneath the shoulder and the shoulder is gently drawing down the back. And take a few more breaths here. Gently draw the right hip forward on top of the left. Inhale, and then exhale, bring it back to plank. Take an inhale here, and then this time, if you can, keep the knees up. Exhale, shift forward, lower all the way to the belly. Chest and legs land at the same time if you can. Keep the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, peel up, cobra. Exhale, roll it down. This time, no hands. Inhale, peel up, low lift cobra. Strongly press through the feet. Exhale, lower it down. Take an inhale here, and then this time, exhale, peel up, cobra. Feel the difference. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, peel up, no hands, cobra. Feel the drawing in of the lower belly, so you're not just pressing through the diaphragm. Inhale, lower it down. This time as you exhale, peel up, lift the feet, plant the hands, lift the chest. Inhale, lower it down. And then this time as you exhale, you're going to lift everything into a no hands cobra. So hands are just going to hover underneath the shoulders. Legs are going to reach back. We're going to take 3 more breaths here, reaching the crown of the head forward, the toes back. And then exhale, slowly lower it down. Plant the hands underneath the shoulders, hug the elbows in. Knees up or down, press up to plank. Inhale here. And then exhale, make your way back to downward facing dog. Look towards the hands, step, walk, or if you can, use your core control, float to the top of the mat. Inhale, come into a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take 2 more like that, waking up the upper spine. Inhale, run the hands up the shins to the knees, extend the sternum forward. Exhale. Inhale, draw the shoulder heads away from the floor. Reach the crown forward. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. And then this time as you inhale, sweep the arms off to the side, come all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. And take a few rounds of Surya Namaskar, classical. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step the right leg back, knee can be up or down. Exhale to plank, knees can be down. Hold the breath, lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, peel up cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step the right leg forward, left knee can always drop. Exhale, left foot meets right at the top. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale to fold. Inhale, left leg steps, feel free to drop the knee. Exhale to plank. Hold the breath, lower to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, dog. Inhale, left leg steps, right knee can drop. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. We'll pick up the pace a bit, but take it at your own pace if mine doesn't match yours. Exhale to fold. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, plank. Hold the breath, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, dog. Inhale, right. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left. Exhale, plank. Hold the breath, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, dog. Inhale, left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right. Exhale, plank. Hold the breath, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, dog. Inhale, right. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left. Exhale. Hold and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more rounds. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Hold and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Hold and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Hold and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale right, exhale. Inhale. Last one, exhale. Inhale left, exhale. Hold and lower. Inhale, exhale. Inhale left, exhale. Inhale reach, exhale hands to heart center. Inhale, sink the hips, reach the arms forward, chair pose. Hook the thumbs and think of pulling the thumbs apart as you reach the hands towards the ceiling. Frontal hip points will lift away from the thighs as you sink the hips back, and make sure that you can see your toes sinking the weight into the hips, into the heels. So what I don't want you to do is overarch the lower back in order to get the hands up. I want you to feel the extension in the work coming from the upper back and the backs of the shoulders. Take 3 more breaths here. Neck is long. Sink a little deeper if you can. And then exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, come into a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Drop the knees, drop the hips. Inhale, chair pose. Hook the opposite thumb on top, and same thing. Think of pulling the thumbs apart. See if this time you can maybe reach the shoulders a little higher by gathering a little more length through the upper back. Sink the hips a little lower, and make sure that the knees are gently pressing out as if you've got a stretchy band around your knees, keeping the glutes engaged. Really important for the strength of our spine and our center is not so much core strength that everybody talks about, but the strength of our legs, the strength of our foundation is so important. Take 2 more breaths. And then exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, stretch the sternum forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step the right leg back. Exhale, drop the right knee. Untuck the toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Think of drawing the left heel back, right hip forward, and then grow tall out of the lower spine as you sink the hips lower. So as opposed to just dumping into the lower back and thrusting the belly and the chest forward, think of ribs to hips, tailbone long. Use the strength of the legs to lift you up and strengthen as you stretch. Take 1 more inhale here. Exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, tuck the toes, lift the back knee, and then this time, exhale, hug the inner thighs together. Inhale, all the way up, crescent warrior. Send the right heel back towards the back of the room, and the left hip draws back into the socket as if you're sucking the thigh bone back into your body to engage the glute. And same principles here, reach out of the lower back as you sink the hips lower. Take 3 more breaths, feeling into your body, moving energy into the places that are stuck. Inhale to lengthen, and then as you exhale, keep all of that length. Start to hinge forward at a 45-degree angle, and just like you did in chair pose, hook one thumb on top of the other. Think of pulling the thumbs apart. See if you can crawl up the ladder of your spine and create more length, hugging that left hip underneath you. Take 3 more breaths. Lift the belly away from the thigh. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, left foot meets right, plank. Shift it forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Take a couple of breaths. Look towards the hands, step, walk, maybe handstand, maybe float. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, step the left leg to the back of the mat. Exhale, drop the knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up, Anjaneyasana, drawing the right heel back, the left knee forward, growing tall through the spine. Inhale, gather length. Exhale, take the hands down. Inhale, lift the back knee, untuck the toes. Exhale to squeeze the thighs together, get strong through the front leg. And then on your next inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Shoulders stacking over the hips, gently drawing the right hip underneath you as you extend long through the spine, sink low through the hips. Take 2 more breaths here. And take an inhale, gather length. Exhale, keep that length. Hinge yourself forward. Keep that right hip hugging underneath you. And then hook the opposite thumb on top if you can remember which one that was. Inhale, gather length. And as you exhale, think of pulling the thumbs apart to engage through the shoulder girdle. Get more space in the lungs. And take a few more breaths here. Strengthening the spine, strengthening the legs. Gathering length in through the body. And then as you exhale, plant the hands down. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, shift it forward, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, shift forward, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, cross the body, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, knee to nose. And we'll hold. Drop the hips down. Really press the floor away, rounding the upper back. Hug the knee to the chest, heel to the bum. Take 3 more breaths, relax the face. And then step the right foot up by the right thumb. Drop the back foot heel to arch, heel to heel alignment. And then inhale, raise up, warrior one. Strongly ground through the back foot. Ribs and collarbones square towards the front of the mat. And the right hip draws back as you sink a little deeper into the front heel. Think of lengthening the tail directly down towards the floor, so you're not tucking it to the front of the mat, it's just dropping down to gather length through the lower back to allow you to expand through those back ribs, tall through the upper spine. Take one more inhale here, and then as you exhale, you're going to rotate onto the back toes, coming into crescent lunge, sink a little deeper. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, start to hinge forward again. Get really strong on the right leg. Step it all the way up. Warrior three. If it's too much to have the hands in front of you, bring the hands to the heart, bring the hands to the hips or behind you. Wherever is working for you, you can always take them to blocks. Wherever you are, think of drawing the right hip back slightly and keep all 5 toes of the left foot pointing down. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, take the hands down, standing split. So you might stay here in your standing split. Otherwise, if you have a handstand practice or you want to play with handstand hops, take the hands far enough forward that you can get the hands flat to the floor with the shoulders directly above the wrists. Start to look slightly forward, shift forward so that the shoulders are directly over the wrists. Come up onto the toes of the right foot, and then either kick up into handstand or play with some hops. Oh shit. Maybe ruin the gazebo where you're standing. Sorry. Make sure you have enough room is the life lesson of this practice. And when you're done, come back into standing split, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, step the left leg way back for a low lunge. Plant the left hand. Inhale, sweep the right hand up for an open twist. Exhale here. Inhale, gather more length. And then as you exhale, you can choose to stay or step to side plank or modified side plank. You might stay in normal side plank or float the right leg up for a star. Wherever you're at, we'll take 3 more breaths. And then rotate it back to plank. Option one-legged plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, option one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, take it back. Exhale to cross. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, hug knee to chest. Drop the hips down as you suck the knee up. Suck the heel up, dome the upper back. 3 more breaths, see if you can relax the eyebrows. And then step the left foot up. Set yourself up for warrior one, heel to heel, back foot at an angle. And then inhale, raise yourself all the way up. Establish your foundation, strong through the legs, tall through the spine. Shoulders over hips. Gentle rib to hip connection. So you don't want to over engage anything. You don't want to be chronically tight through your abs or your core or your back or your glutes. It's everything in balance and moderation. And take 3 more breaths. The most important part of the practice, your breath. Take an inhale here. Exhale, rotate into crescent. Ooh, very big bug. Inhale. Exhale, start to lean forward and make your way into warrior 3. Again, taking any variations that you need to in your body. Gently drawing the left hip back. The right toes point down towards the floor. Take an inhale, and then exhale, plant the hands, standing split. And you might stay here, or this time making sure you have enough room that you don't destroy the Airbnb where you're staying. You might come into handstand or handstand hops, walking the hands far enough forward that you can plant the palms coming up onto the toes, and then playing with hops or kicking all the way up into handstand. And then meeting back in your standing split, take an inhale. Exhale, step the right leg back. Plant the right hand. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, gather more space between the hands. And then as you exhale, stay or step back to side plank or a modified side plank. And you can choose to stay here or float the left leg for star side plank. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, roll it back to plank. Option one-legged plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Option one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look towards the front of the mat, step walk or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sink the hips, chair pose. Exhale to stand. One time through Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step walk, float. Inhale, up dog, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Step the right leg forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, plant the hands, take it through a vinyasa. Step the left leg. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, take it through a vinyasa. From your downward dog, inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, step it in between the hands. Set yourself up, heel to arch, warrior two. Leading with the left hand, cartwheel it open and bring yourself all the way up into your warrior two. Take just a few breaths here, stacking the shoulders over the hips. Again, lengthening through the tail. The left hip will draw slightly forward and the right knee will draw towards the pinky toe side of your foot. As you inhale, flip the front palm, start to slowly with control straighten the right leg, reverse your triangle. And then as you exhale, you're going to cut back at the hips. So think of someone pushing your right hip towards the back of the mat. You're just going to reach halfway forward. See how much length you can gather through the side body. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, you're just going to come all the way back upright. Two more like that. Inhale, reach as far forward as you can, engaging the side body. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale, reach it all the way out. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale, reach as far as you can. Reach, reach, reach. And then as you exhale, let that right hand come down for triangle pose. Ground down through the ball of the right foot, and you might stay here spreading the wings, or you might start to float that right hand up in front of you, keeping the length through the spine. And then you might float the left hand in front of you as if you're holding a beach ball. Take 3 more breaths. And then everybody reach the hands in front of you, strong through the front leg. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, bend through the right leg, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then this time as you exhale, bring the right hand down to the inside of the foot and come into a side angle pose. Just opening up the hip for a few breaths, pressing the right arm into the right knee to open the hip. And then you might stay here. You might scooch the back foot in a smidge to get more strongly grounded and sweep the left arm up and overhead, creating length. And if you can keep the length in the spine and not collapse into the right side of the body, maybe start to float the right arm forward in front of you. Hold here for 5 breaths. Make sure the right knee doesn't collapse. And then reaching both arms in front of you if you haven't already. Inhale all the way back up to a warrior two with the arms above the head. Inhale, reach the spine long. Exhale, full warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Lengthen the side body. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Option vinyasa, single leg vinyasa, down dog. Do what feels good in your body. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Set yourself up for warrior two on this side. Sweep the right arm forward. Cartwheel it open. Open yourself up to warrior two. Taking a few breaths to set up a nice strong foundation. And then on your next inhale, flip the front palms, slowly start to straighten through the front leg. Inhale, reverse your triangle. And then as you exhale, start to cut back at the left hip. Reach as far forward as you can, keeping equal length through the sides. Exhale, come all the way back up to standing. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale to standing. The torso keeps facing the long end of the mat. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then this time, inhale, reach it all the way forward. Exhale, bring it down into triangle pose. And you might choose to stay here, or you might sweep the right arm forward, up and overhead, creating a nice long line of energy. And you might stay here, or if you can keep length through both sides of the torso and not hyperextend the left knee, start to extend the left arm out in front of you. Two more. And then reaching the arms out in front of you if they aren't already. Inhale, bring it all the way to standing. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior, breathe length into the side body. Exhale, side angle variation, hand to the inside. So there's not much weight on that inside hand. The strength is really coming through the legs. Lengthen through the spine, maybe sweep the right arm up and over it. And if you can keep the length and keep the position of the left knee, maybe you start to float the left arm out in front of you for 5 breaths. If they're not there already, reach the hands out in front of you. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way to warrior two with the hands above you. Inhale, gather length. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Option vinyasa, single leg, downward dog. And take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, one elbow at a time or both at the same time, drop the elbows down and walk yourself into dolphin pose. So if you're practicing Pincha Mayurasana and you want to make your way over to the wall, now would be a good time to pause and do that. Otherwise you can stay in dolphin. Maybe you're working with a single leg dolphin, coming up onto the toes of the left foot, sweeping the right leg up. Maybe you play around with some little hops, trying to keep the forearms shoulder distance apart, and gaze is in between the forearms. And then if you're in a single leg dolphin, bring it down, take it to the other side. If you're working with pincher at the wall, maybe try kicking up with the other leg. Wherever you are, we're going to take 3 more breaths. And then if you're upside down, make your way back to dolphin. And then start to step the feet to the back of the mat, coming into a forearm plank. Feel free to drop the knees here if you need to. Send the sternum forward, the tail and the heels back, gently lifting the lower belly. And then bringing the feet together, angling in the right forearm if you need to. Spin to the outside edge of the right foot, coming into forearm plank on the right. And again, you can keep the left hand reaching to the sky, or you can reach it up and overhead. You reach the arm forward, inhale, reach it to the sky. Exhale, come back to your forearm plank. Take an inhale to re-lengthen. And then as you exhale, roll to the outside edge of the left foot or the knee, angling the left forearm in as much as you need to. And then as you inhale, take the right arm back up towards the sky. Exhale into forearm plank. Take one more breath to gather length. And then exhale, slowly sink the hips down, coming into Sphinx pose. And then as you inhale, draw the sternum, chest through the gateway of the arms as you pull the elbows back. Think of breathing length into the collarbones. So you gently draw in the lower belly, press the pubic bone and the feet down. And then exhale, slowly release it all the way to the mat. Bring the hands down by the sides, palms facing up, feet to hips distance apart. Forehead comes to the mat. As you inhale, peel just the shoulder heads away. And then exhale, keep the shoulder heads lifted. Inhale, press the pubic bone down, draw the lower belly away from the mat. And then on your next inhale, press the feet down, draw the knees away from the mat. So just your shoulder heads, your lower belly, and your knees are lifting away from the mat. Hold this for an inhale. And then on your next exhale, maintain all of that. Just start to lift the forehead away from the mat. Think of the sternum reaching towards the front of the mat. And don't throw the head back. The gaze stays neutral. So you're working the shoulder girdle, the upper back muscles here. I don't want you to feel any discomfort in your lower back. And then exhale, slowly lower it down, turn the head to one side. And then bring the forehead back to the mat. Same thing as you inhale, peel the shoulder heads, lower belly, knees away from the mat. And then exhale, press strongly into the hands, peel the chest off. And then this time maybe float the legs off. Inner thighs spiral up towards the sky, lengthen from the tail to the crown. And press the hands down only so much that you don't start to round through the fronts of the shoulders. Keep the shoulder blades working onto the upper back. And maybe for these last few breaths you can float the hands off, reaching them back towards the back of the room. And then exhale, bring it down, rest your head in the other direction. And then reach the hands out in front of you. Palms are going to face down. We're going to do the same thing but with the hands out in front of you. So bring the forehead down to the mat. And then as you inhale, lift the knees, lift the lower belly. Think of drawing the shoulder blades onto the back. And then as you exhale, you're going to float the hands and the upper body off, keeping that lower belly lifted, pubic bone and feet pressing down. If you can, try and keep the hands at the height of the shoulders without bunching the shoulders up into the ears. This is hard. Feel free to drop the fingertips to the floor if you need to. Inhale, lengthen, and then as you exhale, keeping the feet pressing down, you're just going to bring your elbows back towards the rib cage like a cactus. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, draw them back. Try and keep the elbows the height of the shoulder. Inhale, as if you're sliding your hands along a plane of glass. And then maybe for the last 3, you can float the legs off. Trying to keep that lower belly lifted away from the floor so you're not just using the pressure of your abdomen to lift you away from the floor. You're using your musculature. One more. Hover in your cactus position. Inhale, lift a little higher. And then exhale, rest it down, turn the head. And then one more here, bringing the hands off to a starfish position, bringing the legs wide off the edges of the mat. Take an inhale here, and then as you exhale, lift everything off. Outside edges of the feet lifting towards the ceiling to engage the glutes. Backs of the hands lifting above the height of the shoulders. Neck is relaxed. And take 3 more breaths here. Lift a little higher if you can. And then exhale, slowly set it down. Bring the feet back to hips distance apart. Tent up onto the fingertips. Bring the elbows up towards the sky. Inhale, peel up into a baby cobra. And then as you exhale, you're just going to drop the right shoulder towards the floor, twisting over to the left. Inhale, peel it up through center. Exhale, drop it over to the other side. Inhale, peel it up through center. Exhale, roll it down. And then just press onto your knees. Come through child's pose for a breath. And then as you exhale, however you want to get there, make your way onto your back. So set yourself up for bridge pose. We're not going to take anything deeper than bridge pose today. It's not good to do deep back bends after doing a lot of frontal work. So set yourself up for bridge, feet hips distance apart and parallel. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, think of peeling the spine segment by segment, lifting the hips. Feet gently draw towards the bum, and think of the knees gently drawing towards the toes. And as if you have a block in between your knees, don't let them knock together or splay out to the side. And keeping the back of the neck relaxed, you can maybe interlace the fingers underneath the lower back, or you can bend the elbows and bring the palms to rest on the back of the sacrum, propping yourself up into a higher supported bridge if that feels good in your body. Wherever you're at, we're going to take 5 more breaths. Relax the glutes slightly, engage the hamstrings more. And then wherever you are, slowly take the hands by the side, roll the spine down segment by segment. Extend the left leg long on the mat, draw the right knee in, hug it in towards the chest. And then take the right hand off to the right. Just drop the right knee over to the left, twisting through the spine. Keep the right shoulder blade grounded down on the floor. You can turn the gaze to the right if that feels good for you. And come back through center. Extend the right leg long, draw the left knee in towards the chest, give it a squeeze. And then take the left knee over to the right, extending the left arm out to the left. Think of the left hip gently drawing away from your left shoulder, creating space. and draw it back in. Bring both knees in towards the chest. Roll the spine off, hugging the knees and the nose towards each other. And then taking around the big toes, maybe the outside edges of the feet or the calves, come into happy baby pose. Drawing the thighs and the knees down towards the mat as you spread the sacrum onto the mat, relaxing the shoulders. And then one more time, rolling yourself up into hedgehog pose, squeezing every muscle as tightly towards each other as you can, squeezing the biceps, the legs, the abs, everything squeezes as tight as you can into a little ball. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, let everything go through the mouth, spreading out nice and wide on the mat. Letting the palms fall up towards the sky, letting the feet fall open. Start to release control of your breath and let the eyes close. And take a mental scan of your body. See the space, see the energy that you've created. And feel that spreading throughout your whole body, through the muscles, the increase in the blood flow, the clarity and focus in the mind. Take this with you as you go through the rest of your day. Please stay here in Shavasana for as long as you have time for. Today, as you go forward, may you have clarity in your thoughts, calmness in your words, and surety in your heart. Namaste.